interaction with her daily leave?
You know, Cody and I, we had a conversation recently that it just kind of came down to that we're friends, which I guess is a good thing. It's a good thing. But, you know, I don't know, I guess it just kind of, I have hope for more than that. So Cody has said some things to me more recently that leads me to believe that, you know, there's no repairing our relationship. There are days when I get very, very discouraged. But then there's days that I have so much hope. If I quit, if I walk away, then it's not gonna get better. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all, you stuck with me. I think I like it or not. Because my family all saw me go through a really dark spot, I think that they question if I'm gonna stay. Through that time, I was considering every single option that I had. Leave, go do my own thing. I've considered everything. And this is where I am. You know, this is my decision. Honestly, I would rather that we have a lot more interaction with each other. And I will tell you, I mean, these are the two that I just keep coming back to because I know I have love 100% unconditional from them, and that is Solomon and Armella. I miss those twos.
Mary shows a lot of interest in being in Saul and Ari's life. And they love her. When they see her, they just get really excited.
You know, I feel like I've got some really good relationships within the family, and I've got some that are kind of rocky, and I've got some that are basically non-existent. I want to have a relationship with Cody where we don't go for a week without even acknowledging each other. He and I are better than this. I feel like that, you know, our family is better than what we're doing right now.
The fact is I've got 4 wives who, during COVID, have chosen not to interact with each other. They're mad about it, but they're not even calling each other on the phone. They're not even using video media to talk to each other. COVID has revealed us. And we are sad, sorry, lonely little people.
So Mission Aspen and town to support Izzy and to hang out, and Hunter, because it is 3 hours from Wendy. Aspen, Mitch, and Hunter both wanted to come and support Isabel. It's a gray area. Is it the smartest, safest thing to do on paper? No. You guys ready to see Izzy's scar? I didn't even know how much I needed them. It's like we're gonna remember this for the rest of our lives.
Melissa and David were childhood sweethearts.
I had a crush on him like 7th grade and all throughout high school.
But this holiday season,
You really want to help solve this place? Only if you work with David.
don't do DIY.
Are you afraid to get your hands dirty?
An unexpected home renovation job will rekindle their romance.
Let's go show them what we did.
With a little help from HGTV's Ben and Airbnb, I've never stopped thinking about a Christmas open house. Only on Discovery Plus. Stream now.
So today is the day she has to take the walk. It's like this epic walk where it's out the door, down the hallway, you turn a corner, then at the end of that hallway, there's a map. And the map, when you put your sticker on the map, that's when you're actually saying, I'm going back home. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. You have a sticker? And it just creates an awesome mindset of, I completed this amazing thing and reached my goal, but that means I get to go home. She's never gone this far before, and without much of my support and her hands on me, but it's more like, are you here, Mom? You know, you're here that day. It's the most incredible thing to see. Her being so brave. Her recovery is all on her. And this final walk that she does just shows it's up to her. But she's got this. She's got this.
Do a color application, so I'm gonna try to wipe out some of
She
this.
did it. She did. She's the only one in
Collagen.
Flagstaff, Arizona.
Just
And
pretend
she
it's
put the
not
sticker
there.
on the map, and she's done it.
So good news, we are going home today. Well, it's my sister's house. So it's hard because she's still in a lot of pain, but we have a plan now. It took us 5 days to come up with a pain management plan for her.
I'm glad we're leaving, but I'm not glad we're leaving because now I'm fully responsible for it, and I know that I won't be able to help her as much as she needs. The pain is still way too intense.
All right, it's Bella and I are leaving the hospital now. She's still in with another load of pain. We have the school bag medication.
I'm now in charge of Isabel's medication, and there's a lot. I'm getting a whole booklet of what medication can't go with other medication, what medication is for this and things like that. And some of the stuff is crazy.
Sorry. I'm trying to unaggressive. Fine.
Every bump, every jostle of the wheel, everything that isn't just completely smooth. She was crying out in pain, and it was terrible. It was terrible. So Mitch and Aspen are in town to support Izzy and to hang out, and Hunter, because he lives 3 hours from Wendy. Aspen is my oldest. She married Mitchell about 3 years ago, and they live in Utah now. And my girls love them. They love them.
So it's been really nice being here for Isabel. I'm really happy I was able to make it. I hate seeing her in all this pain. I think after this big surgery with all the pain, that's kind of what's important, is getting some family time in. And yeah, so I'm just really glad I could be here for her.
Aspen, Mitch, and Hunter both wanted to come and support Isabel after her surgery. So I talked with them for a long time about you need to be super careful before you come. You really have to follow the strict guidelines that we've been following, and it's a gray area. Is it the smartest, safest thing to do on paper? No. But the look in Isabel's eyes and the happiness that she felt when she saw them is exactly what she needed. It's exactly what we all needed. You guys ready to see Izzy's scar? What do you think? What do you think?
You're like one of those Amazonian women. Oh, beautiful.
It's incredible. They put their lives on hold to just come be here. They took the risk, the COVID risk. They made it a priority. This means the world to me and to Isabel too. It's like we're gonna remember this for the rest of our lives.
Are these bandages also?
This is gonna be a scar right here. It's where they did the chest tube came out. I didn't even know how necessary it was for them to be here and how much I needed them and how much Isabel needs them. So what do you think, Isabel, of your scar? I like it. I like it when it's bigger than I thought it would be. We all like it. We're proud of you. And Isabel's gonna remember always that Aspen and Mitch and Hunter were really, really there for her.
How are you doing?
I'm exhausted.
You know, when you're nursing somebody back to health, you need breaks too.
Everything's gotta get better. It's been really, really hard. It can only get better. That's it. So it can only get better, honestly.
Holidays at this hotel are about to get shaken up when a new chef checks in with a menu makeover in mind.
I'm going to fix this problem.
Will they work together and bring great reviews?
Give my regards to the chef.
Or will they go down in flames? The Discovery Plus original film featuring Food Network's Bobby Flay. One delicious Christmas
And her
only on
hair's
Discovery Plus.
stuck
Stream
everywhere.
now.
The girls and I just got back from getting Isabel's surgery a few days ago, and I'm just gonna have the adults come over so I can tell them, how it went and stuff.
They've been gone for 6 weeks. I was very disappointed that I wasn't able to go. But now that it's done, we'll see how she's feeling about it all now. Hi,
Oh, hi.
how are you doing?
I'm exhausted. I need a nap without any interruptions, but like every 2 hours, Isabel has a new medication she's gotta take for pain, like even through the night.
Are you just jet lagged then?
No, I get up at 9 and then 11 and then 3 and then 6.
Is there any way?
Every night.
Is there any way I could come help with
Oh,
that?
you're awesome. No, because we all really are quarantined for 2 weeks. When Monty was a little girl, she had her appendix out. I had to get up in the middle of the night 2 or 3 times to give medicine. And I remember how grueling that was. So I'm serious when I'm offering here.
What if I came and slept in a tent in your yard and just sort of came in the house to give medicine or something? So you.
We're trying to wean her a little different. I'm gonna touch base with her doctor today and see if we can get her off of that stuff in the middle of the night. But in order for her to not be on pain, it has to be regular through the night. I think it's what we deal with, it's what we do.
Isabel would feel guilty if she knew how exhausted I am. And this is the most important job that I have, to take care of my kids and to take care of her. That's why it's just stupid to complain. It's just stupid to complain. I hate it when I even do it.
You guys can sit here if you want. I'm gonna go grab Izzy's chair and be right back down. We're gonna grab a chair in the corner.
Yeah, we're still, doing the social distancing thing. Yeah, it's still the way that it is right now, just with everything that's going on. With COVID and with the fact that our
Hi,
families
Hey.
want to be united on this.
You're back finally, huh?
Give her a hug.
I missed you.
Something Brennan did?
How's it going?
No.
You look, straight.
Careful, okay?
Really?
So how
Easy,
much
let's go.
was the height difference from prior to surgery to after surgery?
We're gonna go take the
So
trash
you
out.
really actually got 4 inch out of moving from
Say
55
bye,
degrees
Mom.
to 15,
Come on, we're
which is
going.
officially what?
We got stuff to do.
What's your height now?
You guys think that you're gonna be busy today, okay?
Is it really 5'11"?
Yeah, but I thought it was 5'11" before.
No, because you weren't taller than me before, but now you would be.
Come on.
There's this weird thing that happens, I feel like
Here.
a lot of the kids are very competitive, their moms are competitive. I don't know if it's a good thing, or if it's just a sense of competition in the family that's been fostered. I'm not really into it, and so height is one of them. Height is one of the competitive points. But there's a million in this crazy family.
How are you feeling right now?
I actually a little bit, but I'm good. Well, I mean, considering I had surgery.
Izzy is one of those kids who always smiling and she's so happy to see everybody, but you can tell she's definitely in pain. Everyone loved your scar. They were all like, this is a nice scar. It's really clean. We think it's pretty gnarly, but apparently it's a nice scar.
Someone can't look at it without driving me.
I can't wait to see that.
Do you guys not see it now?
Yes?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hi, look at that. That seems like a pretty good sized scar.
I think it's bigger than I thought it would be, for sure.
It's a big scar. You can tell that it's still healing, it's definitely in the healing process. She's this beautiful girl with a scar, you know, she's got a story, you know.
Do you know what touched me the most? Your mom texted. She said you woke up from surgery and you're asking for your daddy, Daddy Wendy. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah, that's what she said.
So she woke
Do you
up.
remember it?
I remember.
No.
I remember the first day.
Very disappointed that I wasn't able to go to surgery. I would have really preferred to have had them wait so I could be there with her, so I could help support her. But we just agreed that, well, finally agreed that, you know, what they decided, and I agreed, that it was time to get it done.
But we got there and it was Dr. Petty and she's like, your daddy's gonna be here. I'm like, no, he's not. She's like, what? And I said, well, no, he can't come, it's COVID. And she's like, I'm so sorry. But she won't remember. I'm like, okay. So every few minutes she would come to again, asking for daddy and Gwendolyn. And I'd be like, look, you get me. Did she ever ask for me? No. No, it's me. I just want to make light of everything and there's no point. She doesn't remember any of it. She doesn't remember asking for anybody. And I'm sure at one point I was like, no, you got me and that's it. You're fine.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say.
I love you.
I love you guys.
See,
Thank you for coming over.
Sorry.
does she need help otherwise, Christine?
Okay.
I love
Are you
you
sure
guys.
you're okay now? Love you guys. Love you, bye-bye.
It was really good to have them, just want to see her scar, that was huge, joking around with her a little bit, and, it was good to see that side of her.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure Christine probably stays right by your side all the time, Cody.
Christine was there perpetually. You know, when you're nursing somebody back to health, you need breaks too. Somebody else needs to come in and bear the burden. And so Christine hasn't really had any relief because I haven't been there to help her. So she's in a good mood now because
She's with you guys. She's miserable. She puts on a lovely bright face for people, but
Whoops.
no, it's awful.
that's really hard.
I know that she'll get to the point where she's grateful she got the surgery, but that's not happening yet. It hurts too much still. It hurts worse than it ever did before.
I'm so glad we found this alternative surgery. If all the effort, all the struggle, and all the years of what we paid for therapy and the travel and all the exercise for nothing else other than doing this surgery in lieu of the rods was so important. Yeah, I'm saying we, but it really was Christine that did all of this. I was saying we more in reference to, you know, sort of the family supporting her doing it, but she really did everything here. So, as sad as it is that she's in pain,
Can't get your break today.
Awesome. We're so grateful.
I just want the best for my little girl, and I want her to be happy and pain-free, and I hope that those are the results we get here shortly.
Everything's gotta get better. It's been really, really hard. It can only get better. That's it. So it can only get better, honestly.
Next time on Sister Wives.
You have a nanny over. She's over all the time. I don't understand why Isabel can't come over and hang out. She's devastated. What does the nanny do?
Let's bring the family to a consensus on what we're gonna do.
Wow, are these the rules you guys follow?
I'm just gonna say it out loud. I know
These are what
everybody's
she
like
follows.
suspicious of me. Let's just please stop.
My kids are blaming Robin for making the rules.
I'm at my wit's end with this whole stuff.
Are you the head of the family?
No,
Cody, I was just sorry.
stop. Why in the world would anybody think that I'm somehow behind this?
Previously on Sister Wives, plural marriage is a struggle. It's a hard thing. You're either in complying with our standard, or I'm not coming around. I'm the head of the household some places. I'm just not right here.
It would be nice if we could figure out when, at what point we could be okay to socialize as a family.
It's a goat rodeo of extreme proportions. She's going off to have a major surgery done, and I can't hug her.
All right, Isabel, here we are. Cody and I have been struggling for a while. This is not a safe conversation anymore. I'm sorry, it's just not. I'm not gonna talk to you. Look, he's not even my friend right now.
I think after we moved to Flagstaff, all of us were seeing fractures in the family culture, and then COVID hit, and that just made it like exponentially worse. It's been kind of a rough couple of years.
It's really taken a toll on our family culture. There's these little kind of tension points, and you know, my kids and I are feeling that quite a bit, and we're tired of it.
It's definitely put a strain, and a lot of the conversations revolve around COVID, and it's exhausting. And Cody's the only one who goes from house to house, so it's done a lot to our psyche.
We're definitely not seeing each other. There's no protocol in place that we can see each other.
I think COVID, believe it or not, has been the hardest thing we've ever faced as far as wrecking our family culture. I'm beginning to worry the longer this goes on that we may not recover.
Christine's back from New Jersey. I'm going over to visit just to touch base.
We were away from home for like 6 weeks. We just barely got back like a week ago.
So, Isabel's surgery was yesterday, and last night was brutal. It was brutal.
How are you feeling, baby? Just a second, you're next to anything. You are. This is just the first time that we've been able to have a face-to-face conversation about Isabel's surgery. Felt like the most major thing in her life so far, right?
The whole COVID thing has really wrecked a lot of experience for Christine and I, and I'm hoping that COVID will go away so that we can get back in a normal relationship with each other. Hi,
Oh, hi.
how's Isabel doing today?
Yeah, I asked her, I'm like, do you think you're better every day? And she goes, no. She goes, just ups and downs still. Some days she's like, glad that she got the surgery, and other days, it's tough. She missed you. It was hard you couldn't be there. It was hard for her.
I know, I'm sorry.
I was okay, I was fine, surprisingly. The doctor was shocked I was there by myself.
There's no going back, but I wish I could have been there, and it's a real regret. So it has me going back in time, wishing I'd have done things differently. If she'd hurry recover, it just made me feel so much better about it. It's done, it's where it's at.
And she's,
But I don't want her resenting me all of her life because I wasn't there for her when she needed me the most.
I hope the same thing for her.
I hope there's a lot of forgiveness, but I should have been there for her operation. How is she going to feel about that all of her life?
If it wasn't for COVID, would you have been there?
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for COVID, I would have gone. My biggest concern right now is how we go forward. We can't keep living like this. That's really, really important that you guys go back to a social distancing, quasi-quarantine system or situation so that I can start coming and being here. Oh, I'm at a point now where I need you. There has to be a
Stop
shift.
going places.
Yeah. Yeah, and I need people to stop coming here.
I mean, it would be great to have you here more, but it's like you're here a couple times a week. If we go somewhere where someone wants to hang out with us, like when we go to see Aspen and Kelsey, the girls are around people all the time that are like, it's so good to see you, you're just finished listening. And when we go places, they're so excited to see us and they hang out with us all the time. Whereas we just see you a couple times a week.
Or when I call Gwendolyn, she's out with a friend, and Tony McKelty come over and
Because we're quarantined from you anyway. And we're only seeing you twice a week anyway, so who the hell cares?
twice a week, but that was 4 days, 3 days or 4 days.
No, and it was twice a week.
No, it
We've
was
seen
3
you
or
for
4
twice
days.
a week.
It was 3 or 4 days.
Okay, whatever semantics.
Cody's actual time that he spends in each home is pretty equal pre-COVID, and then since COVID, it's really been about the behaviors of each household.
The rotation we had with my schedule before COVID was basically 2 nights at Janelle's, 2 nights at Christine's, and then 2 nights at Robin's. And I would rotate that way. Mary wasn't in the rotation. Mary and I aren't in for that kind of relationship. We're in a state of friendship. Okay?
So before COVID, it was a little bit quicker usually. It would come and be like 1 day, 2 days, and then he'd go on, and then he'd come back. And now the time is stretched out, I think, out of necessity. Cody will come and stay longer, and then he is gone longer. And I think that makes a lot of sense.
Christine's complaining that I was never around. I don't know what she's talking about. I was around until she started going out of town.
This is where Cody and I disagree most fundamentally all the time. He would come over like at 5 at night, have dinner with us, be on his phone constantly, whatever. watch a movie, and then we would all go to bed. The next morning, he was usually gone before the girls woke up. Why can't he come over and spend a couple days with us? Like, whole days. I know he's somewhere for whole days.
Okay, hanging out with you isn't enough for my girls. But I'm like, other people wanna see us all the
Christina's
time.
on a vacation of some sort.
Well, we go and
I mean,
hang
you're
out.
basically in New York or in New Jersey, you were on vacation. They prefer to do things with other people rather than to make it possible for me to be at home with them. How does that play out long-term in a relationship? I've got people in my family that aren't like that with me. I don't have any more to say about it. Everybody has to make a choice here about whether I'm supposed to be involved in their lives or whether they're going to go on vacation. She's not taking into consideration that Truly had kidney failure when she was 3 years old. COVID-19 is anomalous. We don't understand it. But they're saying it's attacking kidneys, it's attacking lungs. Truly had kidney failure. And so there's a chance that she could be at high risk here. It's been 6 months of, oh, Dad, this is a dumb idea. Oh, Dad, this isn't fair to us. Oh, Dad. And I'm like, all you would have to do is change your behavior.
Okay, that's so nebulous.
Do you know what he really means? Misbehavior. Your misbehavior needs to be managed. He thinks what I'm doing is misbehavior. It's not actually safe to go drive a car. People get into accidents all the time, but does that stop us from driving? No.
I'll be honest with you. I feel slighted by this entire thing.
It's your decision. The whole COVID quarantine is your decision. It's your decision.
We all agreed to this
Yeah,
so
but
that I could see everybody.
We agreed to this, what, 6 months ago? I think it's ridiculous that we're socially distanced.
At my house, we mask when we are out and about, we hand sanitize, we stay socially distanced when we're out and about in public. We do what, kind of everybody does, which is wear a mask and social distance and, hand sanitize a lot, but then we do some extra stuff, and this is just to protect us from spreading it around to the rest of the family and stuff. The biggest one is that Cody's the only one going from house to house, and so that also includes anybody else, like our family and friends. We don't have visitors and we don't go visit people.
Here's the bottom line. Christine's values are different than mine about this, and her desire to have me in her life is very different than Robin's. Let's say Robin will do anything so that I can be home. So she has sequestered her children. And Christine has always gotten mad at me about pushing for this big picture in the family. On the other hand, though, Robin has always been the one that has supported the big picture on the family.
I don't understand the difference at all. With me just going and doing social things, with me wearing my mask and going and shopping and coming back home, and I'm the only one. It's the same as the nanny, right? You have a nanny over.
Robin and I have an employee, we call her a nanny. She comes over, she helps with caring for the kids, and she helps with schooling the kids.
She's over all the time. So she doesn't go anywhere. Her husband's the only one that does the shopping. So I don't understand why Isabel can't come over and hang out. She's devastated.
What is the nanny and her husband doing that makes it so they can come over? Because when I'm home, I do exactly what I should, yet my girls can't see their siblings. What does the nanny do?
We're all as safe as can be. I think that it's time to lift the restrictions.
She's not keeping the same rules. She's not doing the same thing. She's so full of bull.
It's been 6 months and we're not doing well. We're not doing well. I need a guarantee that we really are going to Thanksgiving. Otherwise, I'm leaving.
I guess, okay, we'll
I'm
figure that
leaving.
out tomorrow. Let's bring the family to a consensus on what we're gonna do.
Okay.
disagree. I'm just done with this conversation. I'm done. We are not making any progress here, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I can come back and maintain my argument, or maybe get some backup.
I just can't,
I gotta go. Okay.
alright.
So hopefully I'll be able to see. So this afternoon,
Yeah.
depending on where I'm at, if you let me know what's going on with Isabel,
Okay.
maybe I can figure this out. Okay.
Okay,
All right. I'll see you later.
alright, bye. Good talk.
I don't know if Cody even wants to see everybody all together again. I'm really seriously worried about that. Maybe he's fine just living separate.
I think it would be great if everybody maintained our COVID protocols so that we could all be together. That would be awesome. But so far, there's no indicators that everybody's willing to do that. What we have is a fundamental breakdown of trust in the family. Tony McKelty got a big plan to tell us if they're having a baby girl or a baby boy.
If this doesn't work, if it turns out purple, we're gonna all be mad.
Was this really well planned? Is this really well thought out? Or will it turn the correct color?
Oh my god.
Getting the in-laws together for Christmas can be a teensy bit awkward. Just ask Romeo and Juliet. But after saving big with Amazon Cyber Monday, tragedy was averted. Yeah, sisters. What to wear today?
No, we always like this. Too many clothes, but still not enough.
Why you still don't know what to wear? What about this black leggings?
You can't. Let's see how the mother spent her busy day. Time with Beth. Daily jogging. Playing puzzle with daughter. Doing yoga before sleep. Actually, we don't need that many clothes. We can live more environmental lifestyle.
Sure, you can get data everywhere, but you have to use it everywhere, all the time. That's not what we need. With TracFone, you get great coverage on the most reliable 5G network in America, but you pick the plan that you need. Unlimited talk and text plans now start at $15 a month, no contract. And if you have data, it'll always carry over. Now you can get the Nokia C100 for just $39.99. TracFone.
We're going to gather up, and Tony McKelty got a big plan to tell us if they're having a baby girl or a baby boy.
McKelty and Tony are wearing tie-dyed shirts. They're pink and blue because they're not giving anything away.
I'm at 16 weeks right now.
That's 4 months.
4 months. Oh, I'm 4 months already?
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting.
4 months.
We're almost halfway, dude. We got this.
Ah, thank God.
Tony and I are gonna do a home birth with a midwife and everything.
She wants to do a home birth.
You're just worried because if there's medical complications, that's what you're worried about.
Right, I mean, it's
Just the small
nothing
things.
strange. It's not like they cut women open to get babies out.
Tony is not team home birth. He's not. He's not real thrilled about this.
Tony's worried about it because he just hasn't had the experience or the information. By the time I had my, 10th home birth, it is painful, but it's very natural.
I actually love it because I think home births are awesome. So I had half and half. I had 3 at home and 3 in the hospital.
I had a home birth with Mariah when she was 12 when I got pregnant. You know, obviously I ultimately lost that baby, but my plans were to actually have a hospital birth with that one.
I love that McNulty's talking about doing a home birth. Anybody that I can convince to do that, I feel like I've won.
After having so many children, I'm totally still a home birth advocate. But I still think it has to do with your doctor. I mean, Christine and I had one hospital birth with True, and that was a marvelous experience.
Oh, look, it's the family. Hey, guys. McKelty and Tony are staying in a hotel, and they'll hang around me and my kids. But they won't come in close contact with anybody else. So everybody else is going to be socially distanced from them, and everybody will be in their own little quadrants. Come pick if you think it's boy or girl.
I'm sitting here wearing a mask outside, not feeling like I need to, but as a reminder to everybody else to socially distance. I'm just trying to keep everybody being careful because I don't want to deal with this virus.
So dramatic.
Am I in the wrong place?
You could possibly get wet.
Oh, I don't want to get wet. I didn't know this was a wet thing.
Okay, do you guys know what elephant toothpaste is? Okay, elephant toothpaste.
Elephant toothpaste is this chemical combination, just the right amount of whatever ingredients, that when they're mixed, they make it like foam over, like explode a little bit, but explode like in a foam kind of a thing. And if it's pink foam, she's a girl. If it's blue foam, he's a boy. And the color will be what it is.
We hope.
If this doesn't work, if it turns out purple, we're gonna all be mad.
Was this really well planned? Is this really well thought out? Is this gonna backfire? Will it turn the correct color?
Okay.
I will give them credit for something unique that we haven't done yet, and so this is fun. I'm just sitting here being an audience.
Okay, got it. Go.
Oh my god.
What color is it? Where's the color? It looks like a science experiment, you know, some kind of gender explosion coming out of this bucket. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. So apparently we didn't use enough dye.
I don't know what the sex of the baby is right now. Like, it's confusing.
So is it pink?
It looks slightly more pink than blue, so that would be
Yeah.
my guess.
It didn't work. The color, we don't, it's yeasty.
Here, ready? You guys ready?
No.
I was the backup. That was beautiful.
It's a girl!
There you go, you guys hold it. I'm having another granddaughter. I'm so excited. McKelty and Tony are gonna be awesome parents.
Mario and May will be so excited. I'm excited they're having a girl. That's great.
Yeah, we'll have 2 granddaughters now. 1 grandson and 2 granddaughters. It's awesome.
This is exciting. This is fun. I'm super excited for them.
Don't get it in your eyes.
No, I don't even got phone to find. I got phone.
Well, what's with the views?
Oh my god.
Tony tried to smash Isabel, like a cupcake into Isabel's face. And she can't do any kind of retribution at all. So I obviously, generously, out of the kindness of my heart, I tried Isabel. McKelty and Tony are doing fabulous. They communicate so well. They talk all the time. And I just get to watch them or see them. And they are incredible for each other. They're going to make fantastic parents. Insane and fun. And fantastic. Most people would look at that list and go, that's absolutely insane to follow all of those things. Cody is not somebody to be run by one of his wives.
Are you the head of the family? It's pissing me off. They're looking to Robin like for some kind of approval. I don't have a head wife in this family.
Love's not an equation. It's an art. Cheers. There will always be non-believers, but don't let them rob you of your Christmas spirit. Well, you can hear that voice in your spirit.
Readers and reads do not have to be stuck outside. Deck your halls, entryway, kitchens, and more with these tips. Line banister rails with tree-like greenery to keep cords away. A wreath on a mirror doubles the Christmas cheer. The kitchen island is a great place for a wreath to anchor the space. Transform the dining room with wreaths on the windows and greenery and flameless candles on the table. Bring the wreaths inside and deck the halls of your entire house for the holidays.
Original holiday movies, part of Holiday Lane. Discovery Plus. Stream now.
Today we're going over to Mary's. I guess Cody has sort of come up with very specific, detailed rules about how we get together as a family.
A couple days ago, I just told Cody, I think it's insanely strange that Robin's nanny can come over and babysit and go inside the house, and you can be around her and everything, but we can't come over. It would be very helpful if we could know what the nanny's doing, and maybe we can all hang out with each other. We basically quarantined from each other for the past 6 months. And I'm not willing to sit 6 feet away from each other for Christmas or Thanksgiving.
It is a source of frustration to me that we continue to not agree on
Where's
social
Paisley?
distancing and rules. I just want to like run away and get me really frustrated.
Where's Hazley?
For holidays,
I'm glad we're revisiting this a little bit. I can't believe we're revisiting social distancing a bit. This is how family is. Families don't social distance. We're not being a family right now.
We needed to get this out for months.
Well, you were asking why our nanny was able to hang out with our kids and none of the other kids could. Well, I basically wrote down the rules that we have for our nanny.
Let's look over the rules. I would love to see what rules you
Let
put
us see
in
what I
place.
got. I sanitized.
It's great.
Do you want one of these?
Yeah. You know those rules that you made up? I just
checked with our
I
nanny.
actually didn't.
I was just teasing. 'Cause
No.
he's just
No, I actually didn't.
wow, are these the rules you guys follow?
I'm just gonna say it out loud. I know
These are what
everybody's
she
like
follows.
suspicious of me. Well, just please stop. Like, just don't be so suspicious of me. Please realize that
That was
Cody.
a joke.
Okay. Just realize that Cody has made these rules. Okay.
She's like, Robin, you're making these rules, aren't you? And Robin got so defensive. Mary turns around and goes, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. No, you're not.
I did not have any idea that this was such a touchy subject with her and with him. I said it completely jokingly. The fact that he doesn't get that I will defend Robin all day, every day, after a decade or more of knowing her, is really sad. That he has absolutely no clue. Okay, Robin, I am so sorry. I was joking.
Ray, this isn't about you. Don't make it about you because it's not.
about
We
you.
had
not.
kids who very specifically
No.
blamed Robin.
It's no.
Kids who don't like the rules who are specifically blaming Robin.
There's been misunderstandings, and I've had to sit there and correct them. I had one of the kids actually call me and talk to me about, like, can't we loosen up the rules so we can see each other as a family? Like, asking me. And I went, this is not me. I didn't make up these rules. And I very specifically pointed out that their dad, Cody, is not somebody to be run by one of his wives. just gonna say out loud that I just need everybody to stop, like, directing it my way, if that's what's happening in your home with your children, whatever it is, because I can't have RASL stay 2 weeks away from Cody. I am following the rules very, very closely. Why in the world would anybody think that I'm somehow behind this? Like, why me? They don't know who I am. If they would think this of me, that I would try to cause some sort of disharmony in the family.
My kids are blaming Robin for making the rules. These are the rules that my doctor has given us. And these are the rules that we're making our nanny abide by. But she's agreed to them, and they're abiding by them, and so I'm like going, well, the rest of the family should do this as well.
I can't, I'm just not opening that can of worms. There's a lot of drama. Yeah, there is.
I brought up the nanny to Cody because the kids have all brought it up to me. And if the nanny's the goal, what can we do at our home to make it so Isabel and Truly can hang out with their siblings? What's not doable? I haven't even looked over it.
Where were these rules when I asked for months and months and months, how do we get together? Nobody offered these up. All of a sudden the rules are being presented, it's weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, some of these are great, but clean mail with alcohol wipes?
I'm looking at these rules and I'm astounded.
Wear mask in public, sanitize hands after shopping, wash hands often, sanitize purchased products and groceries with alcohol wipes before placing inside house, remove shoes outside, change clothing after visiting shops, other homes or businesses, no eating at sit-down restaurants, only takeout, limit shopping, use curbside pickup, 2-week quarantine after travel or having visitors, no movie theaters, bars, fitness centers, or restaurants, sanitizing hands, changing clothes after visiting shopping. Kids can see friends and maintaining 10-foot social distance and only for limited times, clean mail with alcohol wipes. Okay, so there's the 10 billion commandments of Cody.
Well, I have birthday presents for you, I guess I'll just leave them on your porch or something, you know, so, I mean, it's okay.
You can mock it or you can find a way.
Are you too lazy to do a few chores? All these are is little chores.
I don't think these rules are realistic at all for a real world. I don't see these rules as that hard to follow. It means that Cody is in my home.
I'm open to having a list of rules for Cody to come over. If he wants to give me a list of rules, I will follow those.
So if we follow these rules in my house, we'll be able to get together for Christmas Day. If we don't.
Are you the head of the family?
No, I was just, sorry.
It's pissing me off. They're looking to Robin like for some kind of approval. I don't have a head wife in this family. Now, I've had women try to be. All right? I've had plenty of wives who have tried to be.
This is why it's so ridiculous to think I made these rules up. Because I know Cody's like this. He's not gonna have a wife come in and try to tell him what to do. He's just not.
I'm at my wit's end with this whole stuff.
Jen, I'm just trying to say that I'd like to be able to see you and our kids and all of our kids together more. That kind of lack of loyalty isn't good for a marriage 5, 10, 15 years from now. That's going to be very hard on us.
I'm too excited to sleep. This cookie is so good. I love it. Escape into your holiday favorites on Holiday Lane. Discovery Plus. Stream now.
personally, I'm feeling the depth of betrayal. And it's the biggest rift I think that I have literally ever had in my family.
I doubt that even if we had agreed on these rules, they would still get together. Because they'd be afraid that somebody was lying. I'm at my wit's end with this whole stuff. Now we've got the rules in order to get back together. And I really feel like we have to make a choice. Do we see Cody or do we do everything else?
You have to take this like you would religion and scripture, and you take it like a transparency and lay it over your life and see how it fits.
Okay, so basically then, Cody, I don't think it's gonna ever work for us all to get together.
Listen, these aren't the rules for me to be able to come to your house. Those are a different set of rules. These are the rules for us to be able to actually associate as a family.
It's like, I feel like they think I'm not doing anything. And we are doing everything that the government tells us to do. Most people would look at that list and go, that's absolutely insane to follow all of those things. Nobody is doing this to this level. They're doing a lot of this, but not to this level, so I'll just have to.
I've been doing this for 6 months.
Yeah.
All of it for
I
7
would have,
months.
honestly, it would have been a mental health crisis for me. I really would have had a problem.
I feel like I'm making these sacrifices so that to protect them.
Because she's on board with it, she gets blamed